pulled it off.
Yeah, pulled it off.
Any doubts once the gun went off?
No, I mean, kind of. Yeah, like always, the last 4 years, I haven't been like super confident in myself. Definitely doubted myself more than I've believed in myself these last 4 years, but there was just always a little something in me telling me that if I just stayed healthy and could get back to solid training, I could get back to running at this level. And yeah, even coming into the race, like I had thoughts of taking the lead and like making a long drawn out kick like I usually do, 2 to 3 laps to go. And I wasn't 100% confident in doing that, but I thought that that was still most likely going to be my best chance of making the team. And coming in, I think Hamilton took the lead with 3 laps to go. Didn't really push it, and going into 2 laps to go, I felt myself taking a couple hurdles and coming up on his shoulder, and coming into the home stretch with 2 laps to go, I was on his shoulder and I was like, well, this is your move if you want it. And I sat there for a little bit and I was like, I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I can do it. And I was just like, fuck it, like this is what I have to do. Like this is your chance right here. So I just went to the lead, tried to squeeze it a little bit, not make too big of a move, leave myself a little juice for the last lap. And Hillary and Bernard came up on me and passed me, and no one else came up on me, and I was like, all right, just sit here and you're in top 3 and make a move the last 200 and see what you got. And yeah, kind of played out exactly that way.
What did the last 50 feel like, knowing that you were right there where you need to be?
Yeah, it felt like me making my first Olympic team, honestly. Same emotions. Making my first Olympic team, winning silver in Rio, and then this same kind of emotions where like I couldn't even really keep it together till the finish line. It just like the emotions came just pouring out of me, and it was pretty emotional, extremely happy, and just like very proud of myself.
Did any part of you enjoy being an underdog going into this race?
No.
Or did you think you were an underdog?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think everyone knew that Hillary was the top guy coming in here. He's won the last couple championships coming in. Highest placer at Worlds and the Olympics. Well, I guess not the Olympics, but just regularly the most consistent guy for the U.S. on the world scene the last 3 years, and had already run 8:12 and 8:13 coming in here. No one else was close to that this year, so I think everyone knew that Hillary was the top guy. And like I knew I wasn't top guy, but I just tried to tell myself that like I tried to exude some of that top dog swagger a little bit, just coming in and just telling myself you're top dog, even though like I knew it wasn't the case, just to kind of, I guess, force some confidence a little bit. It's way easier making teams when you're the top dog. And so I was super nervous coming in here. I knew fitness was in a good enough place to make the team, but I hadn't showed that in any races this year. So it was, there was the confidence, but also the doubt for sure.
What was the lowest point for you in the last 4 years?
Probably 2019, when I still didn't really know what I was dealing with as far as my injury was concerned. I was kind of just running with like under the belief that like things should have been healed, and I just was running with pain and just compensation every single day. And with the information that I had, I just couldn't I couldn't figure out why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And so I think 1, being injured, 2, not being fit, and then 3, not feeling like myself at the time was incredibly frustrating. And that was probably the lowest. There's been a lot of low times, but that first year was definitely the worst.
When you were racing and in practice, do you feel like you're the same guy from 5 years
No.
ago? Are there things you can't do? Like, how's it different?
I don't feel like in the races, for example, so far this year, like I'd be in these race situations and just kind of always feel comfortable until the last 2 laps, and always feel like no matter where I was in the pack, I could get out and move to where I needed to be without really exuding any energy. And right now that red line is way thinner right now, and so I don't really feel like I can run 66s and drop like a 62 or whatever I need to, like whenever I want. So I feel like I have to kind of spread my energy out a little bit better and just be smarter about when I'm making moves and positioning, instead of when you're always the fittest guy in the field, like tactics are very easy to play out however you want. So you have to be smarter with what you're doing. And yeah, you don't have those gears in the middle of the race like you want them. But I'm honestly feeling more and more like myself, just in practice. Like these last 2-3 weeks has probably been the first time in 4 years where I feel like I've been in a workout and like could tell the workout was getting hard, but no, I can keep pushing. Whereas up until this year, like I would get to that point and just like my body would just like collapse, and I just, when I get to that point, I'm just done. And so now I feel like I'm actually fit enough to like keep improving on fitness in those really hard workouts.
You've been to Worlds before, Olympics before, but always overseas. How different will it be to be in Oregon?
I mean, it's going to be really cool. It's extremely special. I think there's going to be pride on the line. There's obviously going to be home field advantage, lack of travel to get to World Championships. There's the familiarity, and I don't know, just like feeling like you're at home in the U.S. And feeling like everyone in the stands is cheering for you is going to be really big. Obviously, I haven't done it before, so I don't know exactly what it's going to be like, but
That's what I wonder about.
Yeah,
at
I
that
think.
level, at the
Yeah.
tip-top level, it
Yeah.
doesn't make that much difference.
No, it might not make a huge difference. I mean, everyone's honestly gonna, like, no one's gonna come in here and be like, this isn't my stadium. Like, I don't know if I can give it a go today. So, I imagine the level of competition is gonna be pretty much the same for everyone, but I would like to think that pride will kick in a little bit that last lap when you're really, really hurting, and just push you a little bit over the edge.
It looked like as soon as you crossed the finish line, you went down, and then Hillary and Bernard came immediately over. What was that moment like?
I mean, yeah, for me it was just really emotional. Like I said, I've doubted myself more than I've believed in myself these last 4 years, and I feel like there's just like that little bit in me that believed I could get back here, and there was almost nothing showing me that I could, whether it was in fitness or workouts or races. But I think I'm just stubborn enough to like just keep at it and not give up. And honestly, like my whole steeple career was like, I came out and won trials the first year, and my first steeple workout, I was like, this is it. Like, this feels just right to me. And so from then until 2018, it was like obviously I worked really hard, but like I never really ran into any major challenges in my career in the steeple. And I thought a lot of times that like I don't think I could live with myself if I like just gave up the first time it got hard. And I wanted to prove to myself that I could come out here, chips stacked against me, not the favorite by any stretch of the imagination. Jonathan counting me out and not picking me for the team. And so I mainly wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, but like there was that little bit in me that like wanted to prove to everyone else that like I wasn't done, and I can still be the runner that I thought I could be.
How will you be prepping from now